I'm back, people. I'm back. Select. Oh my days. One of them days, innit? Where things don't go the way you think they would. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're back. Apologies, people. I had to run downstairs, restarted the router. I am back. Do you know what I'm saying? I am back. And it looks like it's working. Sometimes you just have to reset the router, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And you know how like the network engineers, they're always messing with that green box down the road, and then they mess your connection up and the thing don't work no more. You know what I'm saying? They don't be dirty still, I can't lie. The real king, man. You big up to you. You missed what I was going through, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I got done dirty. You know what I'm saying? Internet connection died on me, bro. Let me post out the new link to people. Just in case people are surprised that I disappeared. This is a headache, man. Everyone that knows my channel knows that I stream with no headaches, bro. So I'm saying I don't like this internet not working thing. Yeah. Big up JJ as well. See, some of you came at the right time, yeah. You've missed the whole internet disconnected thing. Do you know what I mean? There's an 11-second stream. I swear, yo, I don't know what's going on. Okay. I think because I stayed live, innit? Okay, this is 9 months ago. Let's see, what's this? Uh, should be gone now, innit? Should be gone. Yeah. Let me just get back into it, innit? Because I've made you guys wait too long anyway. Do you know what I mean? So apologies for that. Let's get back into the news. So like I was saying, yeah, with the Garnacho situation, blood. So let me first big up to the man, then big up Blip Bailage, big up the king, you know, the real king. Do you know what I'm saying? The real king. Big up David as well. And big up Yusuf and Dave. Yeah, bro, listen, this is what we call, if you have a green screen, you get away with this, innit? This is what I call the trophy room. And if I change it to this, it just goes background. And I even have the Arsenal bottle drop stick in the back. This was the PSG, and that was PSG. I haven't ever used it since. This was the Skelly celebration. So yeah, man. Yeah, we have things in the background, mate. If you want to. Do you know what I'm saying? We have things in the background, mate. Yeah. And a little stadium thing. Where is it? Where's the trophy room? That's it. Make sure you hit the likes, people. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Bay Ledge as well. Arsenal fan, and subscribe to the people that were on this before. It is what it is, isn't it? Free Jackson. Free Jackson is peak. Do you know what I mean? It's peak for the Free Jacksons. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. I know that the views are going up. The people that are staying is not the same. I think like 63% of people that are watching, that enjoying the shows and that are not subscribed, You know, how can you watch us here and not be subscribed, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Make sure you listen carefully, bro.
Here, listen to what I'm saying, yeah, and listen carefully.
Make sure you hit the likes and subscribe to the channel. It's free. Do you know what I'm saying? It supports smaller channels like mine to grow, for more people to actually see the content, X, Y, Z, all of that in it. Now, let's keep it moving now. Let's keep it moving. I was talking about the whole Garnacho 25 million X, Y, and Z, whatever, innit? I hear it, and that's what it should be, innit? That's what the valuation should be at right now. The only way we could spend a bit, like, obviously you can go up to, I think the most we'll go is 35. But if we do say 35 million, that has to involve us paying a bit extra to get rid of like a sell-on clause or whatever that could be in the big green, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? The green screen will be better if you had an Arsenal logo in the back. You see, for you, yeah, Mali, you know, sometimes you talk too early, innit? And because you talk too early, hold that. What are you telling me now, bro? Do you know what I mean? What are you telling me now, bro? About it would look better if it has an Arsenal one at the back. Exactly. You know what I mean? Don't try it. Don't try it with me, bro. Now, big up to you, Mali. Make sure you subscribe to Mali, yeah? Make sure. Yeah, man. Look, he took me off guard. Yeah. So if you said, let's say they would agree to, let's say for whatever reason, this is the thing. This is why every single day, the more you start listening to the news, the more it sounds like there's a gap in valuation. That's what they were talking about yesterday. They want 50. We only have value at half the price. So it's, who's gonna budge? Now I don't see us budging, because if it's a market opportunity, you don't want to be budging on that, innit? That's what I'm saying. Obviously, you can budge a little bit more, and this is I think that if this is why we're waiting to see what happens till the end, and that's when you make your little decision based on that. And when it comes to, would I be spending a little bit extra? And I just think he's stupid, bro. Bayern Munich, you're back up to Diaz, bro. Just if Diaz not playing, you might be able to get a few minutes over there. All these other clubs, you might get a few minutes, but with the amount of players that we have and the way the manager likes to play, you're not getting no minutes. You're not getting no minutes, mate. Do you know what I mean? So I don't get it. He just looks like he's an idiot. That's all I'm saying, bro. This guy's an idiot, bro. You know what I mean? I just think he's an idiot. But yeah, let's move on now to bro, you see the United fans though, yeah. Big up to you, man, that in the chat, all of you, whatever. Like, we're always chill in it, but like, this is stupid, bro. Man, like, if Chelsea bid 30 million for Garnacho, then United should bid 50 for Caicedo. I've heard man say they want the some more money back and that, bro. Like, nah, don't be stupid, innit? Business is business. You man are getting slapped in the transfer window. You ain't sold anyone, even though you need to be selling players. You ain't sold a single player. Do you know what I'm saying? And now you want to tell us how much we should be spending on one of your scrubs. You could even get Baleba, bro. One sec. Yeah, so listen, here's what it is, innit? He's a business opportunity. We'll get him for the money that we want. That's all I'm saying, innit? I don't really care about any all the other business and rubbish that these men are talking about regarding the Garnacho guy, innit? Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Work can hold that. Yeah, it's not work. It's not work. It's not work. That's why I picked up the phone. Work is not work, mate. If it was work, too late. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been to work and I came back. We've already spoken on that. Yeah, like I said as well, but that's one of the United thingy. That's my Keegan from my Keegan. Garnacho will only be allowed to leave if the price meets United's expectation, which is 50 million. The club believe all evidence points to the evaluation being entirely fair and accurate. Bro, he looks like a vampire on this, bro. He looks like a vampire, and apparently it don't make sense, you know. Listen, I get it from a business perspective. So he's a guy that has this big following, all these, you know, United, what's it called, the CR7, you know. So he managed to get a bit of the CR7 fans after CR7 left. And because remember, he done the CR7 Sue celebration when he scored his first goal. He weren't man enough to even start his own celebration. He had to suck off someone else's celebration. That's one. Then he's then come out and, you know, we was doing the whole Ronaldo's my idol when he's Argentinian and all of that. And then obviously when Ronaldo left, he's managed to keep some of those like CR7 fans, United CR7 fans, and kind of he's took over in that aspect, innit? So they stayed behind and he's their next CR7. That's how they looked at him, innit? And he has that fan base and whatever you want to call it. For me, he wants to hit this Sioux versus United, and then his mission is complete. Bro, he'll do I know what he's gonna do, man. He's gonna score his first goal, whether it's versus United or not. He'll start kissing the badge, and then there'll be some idiot saying, "Oh, look, he loves the club, and now I have to back him." Listen, we're not on all that, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not on all that. Either way, for me, I don't like him for two reasons. I don't like him because he's rubbish at football, which is the main reason. And then I don't like him because his ego and that. Now, if he was a player that knew that he weren't that good, but he was trying to do his best, it is what it is. I'm like, you know what? Maybe he's trying to whatever. Like I can't justify the situation, but maybe he's trying to do the right thing. X, Y, and Z. Blah blah blah. You let him go, innit? You get it? You kind of say, you know what? I don't like him either, but if he's gonna do this, this, and that, I hear it. Do you know what I'm saying? The problem is, I don't see it. I don't think he has the mental strength or you have like the determination to be successful. He already thinks he's at the top. Do you get it? And I have a feeling that if he doesn't start, he will start causing these things. So like, you know what's going on with like Isak? I'm not saying he's on that level, but you get the point. He starts disrupting the changing room and that because he's not getting what he wants, arguing with the man. Because remember, he thinks he is the best left winger in the league. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. I can see him clashing with Maresca. Even though our players aren't like Arsenal players where they are like where they're like soft and they just follow whatever the manager does. But they believe in what he does because of the results we've got before with the trophies. And remember, we've come a long way, innit? From just trying to play the football to winning games. Now we've won 2 trophies and X, Y, and Z. So with the manager, they understand him and they're building things as well, yeah. So they like him and things are going the right way. But this is my point when it comes to him, yeah. I have a feeling that if he starts at first he will try to fit in, but then he's just gonna go back to factory settings and try to do his own thing. He's not gonna be able to sit on the bench for a year. Unless we flipping him in January. I just don't think that he's the right player, bro. Like that's just my thoughts, innit? And it's a weird one, but it's like, yeah, I just don't see it, innit? I don't see it. That's why I'm saying don't buy him. But then again, there's a lot of people that believe they should be buying him, bro. This is where the whole thing goes left, innit? If he comes, I hope Enzo Fernandez lets him know one go on. The problem is Enzo, yeah, he will probably let him know, but for me, it's like, is he actually gonna understand? Do you get it? Because Enzo, we've seen that Enzo likes Chelsea so much, he was willing to clash with Mount and, you know, whatever. Like, we've seen what he does to players that leave, and I hear that, innit? But it's like, this is one of his fellow countrymen, but these men don't like him a lot of the times. He might be friends with Enzo, which I think we heard before, but he's one of those things that, exactly, one ear in, one ear out, and then even Enzo starts getting frustrated with him. Now, when it comes to the national team, a lot of the times you just have to deal with that person for that little 2 weeks, and then you can go. You don't have to deal with that player again. Like, you might not like each other, you kick ball, and 2 weeks later everyone goes home. The problem starts to become that when a guy starts joining the club and you see him every single day and you don't like him, yeah, that's when you could start things brewing, innit? This is why when you do what we do with young players and that, the managers have to manage. They have to make sure everything's in control, and when things go out of control, they still have control over the situation. Even if they let young players, sort the issue out themselves, they should still be able there has to be authority in the dressing room. And this is why a lot of us always scream about having a leader, X, Y, and Z, right? But an example that I can give you is when we had Poch, and he was like, let the players decide who takes the penalties. Yo, if you had a bunch of experienced players, you can do that, because everyone just knows that the cameras are on. I can't do this, I can't do that. This guy's the guy who takes the penalties, whatever, innit? But if you have a bunch of young players, they're gonna behave exactly how we behave when we kick ball with the mandem. I'm taking it. No, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Well, I'm the one that got fouled, and I'm the one that I'm on the hat trick, and I'm on this, I'm on that. And this is what I was never with, the whole just let the players decide. If you're gonna do the young players thing, there has to be a sense of authority, and also, everyone has to understand that there are rules. You can't just get away with it. You can't just do what you want. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all about the team. Sometimes you have to drill it into those players, and the players that don't understand, you have to let them go, because it's a bit like school. Once people start seeing that one guy can get away with everything, okay, cool. Can we get away with everything? Can we try this? Can we try that? That's how it is, bro. His attitude for me is the main issue. His attitude, his lack of self-awareness, and whether he's gonna be impatient or not. But the main thing for me is he's a dead footballer, bro. That's the main thing for me. I think he's just a rubbish footballer. That's what I don't necessarily care whether. For me, it's not just the attitude. Can't be a rubbish footballer and then he talk too much as well. He's telling United, who gave him an opportunity to kick ball, that listen, you either pick Chelsea, I'm not going. I'm staying. I'm willing to not kick ball. And I'm like, what? At least Sancho has achieved things. And Anthony has shown that when he left and went to Betis, yo, I'm not really the problem. Sorry. He's basically said, I'm not really the problem. No, I can still kick a ball. I don't know about these, man. I can still kick a ball. He's turning down like Bayern Munich. He's turned down, I think, Napoli. He's turned down so many clubs. I'm only going to Chelsea. And I'm like, since when does a player decide what club he goes to when he's not good? Does that even make sense? Since when do you say, listen, I'm not going to Arsenal, I'm not going to Chelsea, I'm not going to this club, I am going to Real Madrid? I'm just going to wake up and just say I'm going to Real Madrid. It has to either be London or Enzo, blood. Enzo Fernandez. Either he wants to be with his friend, or he thinks that because we won the Club World Cup and we look like we're about to win, he wants to be part of that. Like, you get it? Like, that kind of thing, innit? That kind of thing. I don't see anything there that tells me that he's here because he really wants to be here. And this is why I'm not with that, innit? I've just read something, yeah. Okay, we'll have to look at this in a bit. Yeah, I know that KG probably knows about this, but yo, IndyCar just posted Julian Alvarez is frustrated at Atletico Madrid. That was like a Felix move. I can't lie, that's just a Felix move, bro. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have gone there in the first place. So listen. You're telling me he wants to be moved. So what? You man are telling me? Yeah, same. I saw him smiling the other day, but it's weird. It's weird. Chelsea play United in 3 weeks. Yeah, but he could score against them. Okay, not this year, because they're not in the Champions League and that. So, yeah, okay. Maybe next year or Europa League, if he faces them, he'll play. Yeah, but you can eventually play United. How many players have we seen that have ended up playing the ex team and that? You don't have to stay in the Prem. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to stay in the Prem. Could be a little bit of spite mixed in. He wants to crash United. Yeah, everyone seems to say that, He turned down Spanish clubs, Italian and Saudi. Yeah, it was a snooze fest. Oh yeah, okay, the Real Madrid game. I haven't watched that. You see, this is why they call him the real king. He's honest, bro. Man, listen, he wants to sell him for anything, bro. You see, there's certain players that I was willing to sell for a pack of donuts. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to sell for anything, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what's going on over there with them, innit? You see what? Listen, bro, you lot are slow, bro. Like, how do you do you man not understand the club you support, bro? I don't think you do. I heard man say if we don't get Eze, we'll just hijack Simmons from Chelsea. Hijack who, bro? We do the hijacking. You lot are not known for hijacking. That's not an Arsenal thing. Just because everyone else does it around you. And I know that you man hope that you can hijack. Do you get me? Like you man putting the hope on the hijack. I hear it. But it's weird, bro. You always put yourself in someone else's shoes and see that your club can do what they do. You can't. You man got 32 players at your club, bro. 32 players, and you ain't sold anyone, bro. Alvarez ain't going to United. No way, bro. We were interested in him. There's a bigger chance of us buying him if you move Jackson. You know what the maddest thing is? I'm hearing everyone talk about Jackson to Arsenal, bro. And I'm going to get into that as well in a bit. I'm actually going to get into the whole Havertz thing, and I'm going to get in that in a bit. Let me just finish the whole Chelsea transfers thing. And I'll talk about that, and I'll let you guys know, innit? I'll let you guys know. It's not you, Godfrey, though. You're a real one, innit? I'm not. You don't worry. You're not catching strays. The bullets. I missed all my shots with the bullets. Okay. We know about this. A lot of clubs seems to be obviously interested in I can't lie, yes, he owed me 65 million in person after that transfer.
You and donkeys are the same. What is the difference between you and a donkey? The donkey, you take the whip, you hit him, and the donkey's like, ee-aw. That's the donkey. You're a donkey.
About owning you 65 million. You made that mistake. That's your problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there like this. Exactly, blood. 65 million. I'm rich. You get me? Bro, if you make a mistake, if we spend 60 million on Garnacho, God forbid, yeah, let's say it happens. Do you think I'm going to sit there and cry and say that, was Jim the Rat robbed me and that? I robbed myself, bro. I spend the money. That's my fault. It's called self-accountability, yeah? We were laughing when we realized how much you lot were willing to pay for Havertz. We were laughing and we told you, man, he's gonna fail. But no, man, what do you King Kai? You lot call him King Kai. You want to call him King Kai, and then you're now trying to say that it's my fault that he failed and you want the money back. United fans will call him Mason Mount, what, the next David Beckham and that. Whip it like Mount, and then all of a sudden, oh, you know, Mount is good on the half turn, you know. Da-da-da-da. And then all of a sudden, he got injured. He kept getting injured, which he weren't really doing for us unless the last day. Do you know what I'm saying? Was it 65 million? Was it? Yeah, that whole chant, waka waka AA, and that all of a sudden you want a refund. That's like you buying a fridge from Curry's PC and that, or Argos. You used it for the summer, and then you moved out, and then you're now going back with the dirty fridge and saying, yo, you know, I tried to use it, it doesn't work, you know, I'm trying to send it back. What do you mean you're trying to send it back? You used it. That's your fault. Do you know what I'm saying? That's your fault. You man you have to hold the L for that, bro. You have to hold the L. Now, let's keep moving in the transfer window. Business. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a business. Juve have approached Chelsea about signing Carney Chukwuemeka. Chelsea continue to insist on a permanent transfer. Dortmund have already had multiple offers rejected. Look, I don't know about these, man, innit? I'm going to be honest. Big up EE as well. Thank you for tuning in. A lot for all the love. You see Arsenal's Twitter post in the Gyökeres prop. That goal was in training. That goal in training was schoolboy settings. I ain't seen it, but I'll have a look at it in a bit. Well, I don't have to. Bro, I've told these man recently about, even when I was talking to Northside, I said to him, when we had Madueke, I used to tell him, yeah, be careful about this Madueke guy, because he scores all the goals in training, yeah. All of us have seen those videos of him cutting in and shooting top bins. We all seen it. But he never does that in game. He barely does it in game. To be honest, we do remember him doing it against Leicester. I think it was against Leicester, right? Against Maresca in the FA Cup game, whatever game that was. He does it very rarely. They saw that one training, the shot before the training game, when he first saw him train and saw him score top corner, and we were like, oh, maybe, we might have to apologize to Madueke, you know? Maybe we were too harsh on him. That don't work, bro. That doesn't work. Let's move on now, innit? Let's move on. Carney should go Palace. You know what, yeah? That's actually a good shout. That's actually a good shout, I think, you know. He can take over from Eze. He could be the guy that takes over from Eze, you know. Listen, you know what it is for me? I just feel like he could have gone and developed. The problem is now is that his value's gone up a little bit. Obviously, not as high as we thought it would go because of the injuries and the lack of placement. Obviously, they signed Alcanus as Eze. Yeah. But I feel like he could have been a better replacement if he had sorted out his fitness. A lot of us rate Carney Chukwuemeka highly, innit? Yeah, Mali, exactly. So I feel like he could have been that replacement to play in the 10 over there. He could have been. Because remember, he's younger and you can say he's next up. Alcanus can play in the left. I think Alcanus, you can even play him on the left if I'm not mistaken. So, is it on the left or is it on the right? Either way, he's a baller. I watched him before, yeah. He's actually good. So, either way, they can get both, exactly. Because remember, it's not... Eze is going for like 60 million, innit? Yeah, he plays on the left, exactly. They can play him on the left. So, for me, I don't necessarily think... The problem is that now we don't want to keep hold of him. So we're just trying to move him on, innit? To any club that wants him, put the money down. You know what I'm saying? Put the money down and just pay it. Do you know? Just pay it. So obviously we found out that Juventus have approached him now. Dortmund have been trying to do the whole loan with an option. Loan. This and that. Not working. Leipzig were willing to do a permanent. He was not willing to go over there. So yeah, I'm not sure about all that. I'll get back to like all the random transfers and all that I just wanted to just deal with all the Chelsea ones in the beginning, and then we'll speak about anything else, innit? We'll speak about all the other things, Isak, all of that. But right now, yeah, this guy, the balloon merchant. Where is it? Yeah, so I'll accept 20 for him and hold that L. The thing is, this is what I was talking about yesterday. We can hold the L on him, yeah, and we can cover those losses by all the other things all the other money we've made from other players, from the other profits. Whereas a lot of people can't necessarily do that. Do you get it? Yeah, exactly. We paid these man 50 something M's. They want Chukwuemeka, and they're saying they're not willing to pay. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the thing. They move greedy, but the minute when it's their player, oh my lord, bro, it's their player, so they want all the money. Do you know what I mean? They want all the money. This is crazy sometimes with these clubs, bro. The greediness is crazy. AC Milan the same. Do you remember AC Milan? Oh my, we sent them all these players. We sent them Pulisic, Giroud, not Tammy Abraham, Tomori and that. All of a sudden, no, we're not giving you money on for this amount of money. All right, that. Do you know what I mean? All right. But obviously, I think Bayern Munich wants Nkunku. Leipzig still wants Nkunku. He has been spoken about when it comes to like not a swap, but they want to do it separately because then it's on the books. If it's not separately, then it's it's just one of those things. Bayern pushed over the weekend to try and finalize a loan, but Chelsea made it clear any formula must have a permanence to it. So basically, if you do loan with an obligation, do you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing, innit? Or like maybe even loan with an option. But I think, okay, now it has to have a permanence on it, which means it's an obligation. Nkunku also open to Leipzig return, even without European football this season. So it kind of depends on how much Leipzig are willing to pay when it comes to the whole, club and that. How much they're willing to pay for Nkunku and how much they necessarily need him. And obviously they lost Sesko, and they want to get another player, so they have to make sure that they'll get a better player as well, innit? To replace that. And if they lose Simmons, then they might want someone else. Because remember, if they lose Simmons, even though I think they will be signing Harvey Elliott, you still want to get some other players. Like you still want to strengthen, innit? Because they're not in Europe, so they want to make sure that they have a better team so they can get into Europe next season. Jackson and Villa remains ones to watch. Interested clubs are hoping Chelsea lower their 80 million asking price or become open to different structures, including some form of loan. Listen, we all know we ain't getting 80 million for Jackson, innit? It's not. We know what they're doing. It's business tactics. You say you want 80. If someone over 65, you're always willing to take 60. Let's say you're in your mind. That's like when you sell a car, you get 60 million. Big up to Shane in the building as well. Big up. Thank you very much. Thank you for turning up. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, and also subscribe to Shane Guna, bro. Subscribe to Shane Guna. He does the early streams in the morning. Not early. I think it's around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. He's usually live when a lot of people aren't live. Brings a bit of entertainment, the Irish breakfast and all these funny shows. And usually he is one of the few early people that I watch. If it's not Hooks or him, they usually do early streams. So they one of the few people that are live. If I'm not live for some random reason. Okay, we've already spoken about Ben Jacobs, innit? Daniel Keep Chalaba. Listen, I'm gonna talk about the Fofana thing as well because I'm gonna give my 2 pence about that. Chelsea and Leipzig have discussed both. We've heard that before already. Leipzig stepping up talks with Chelsea over deal to sign Christopher Nkunku. Direct contact between clubs and permanent move for 27-year-old forward. Not close yet. Still other options, but France international open to Leipzig. I just feel like it just sounds good for him to just go back. Like it's just he's 27. He had his best period there. Go back, regain your form, and just do your thing in it. Like for me, nothing specifically on that. If you go quickly back with the gun, this Ben Jacob thing, he turned down an approach from Bayern today, which was yesterday. While he waits for Chelsea, he already agreed terms. United insist on 50, citing Noni Madueke's 48.4, 48 plus 4 move to Arsenal as the valuation yardstick. Chelsea still trying less. Trying for less knowing United want to sell. So, like I said, it's the same situation, innit? And I don't think Chelsea will necessarily be going down. And this guy, look, 24 hours ago, 23, he just keeps tweeting about us the whole time. The whole time, bro. Look, now he's saying that there's an excellent, relationship between United CEO Barada and what's it called? The Chelsea hierarchy. What does that mean, bro? No one cares. Do you know what I mean? Nobody care. Now, I will look at this now real quick, yeah. Bro, he's doing generational generational business for him, bro. I'm just trying to put something up the screen, by the way. I'm not gonna disappear. Listen, I do not know what necessarily is going on with so Nkunku, obviously that's still linked to the whole the Simmons deal. So obviously because the whole UEFA, so we the whole UEFA rules and all that, and remember like they made us, they charged us with something and we had to pay a fine for that and all that. So because of that, we have to if we're gonna get players in, we have to move players out before bringing players in. So obviously with those attackers that we're trying to get now, we have to, if we can get, Jackson moved and Nkunku moved, we can get 2 attackers in. So I understand that, and it's also right to just move them on. With the Jackson situation though, you know what? This is what I'll do. Yeah, we got charged for selling, but then people have done it recently as well. Villa just done it recently and everything like that. Obviously UEFA being UEFA, innit? But I hear it, and if that's what you want to charge us on, I hear it, but it's like it don't make sense. Okay, this I wanted this on a new tab. I've already seen this. Actually, I do agree on that still. I agree with you on that. Them on that. Okay. So, we've talked about the whole Nkunku thing. I feel like his options right now are what are they again? The options right now are Bayern or Leipzig. Leipzig looking more like it, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens on that aspect. For me, at the end of the day, for me though, it's like you still have to you still want to see obviously who they're gonna sell the player to and all that. But at the end of the day, for me, Nkunku obviously looks like he's Bayern Munich or Bayern Munich or Leipzig, innit? Big up the catch up. Big up the catch up. Hope you're doing well. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing to the catch up if you haven't already. Do you know what I'm saying? Elite content over there as well. So make sure you're subscribing. What was I thinking actually? So we've already spoken about the Garnachos thing. Love for that. You know what you can do if you click the share button and create a post, it will actually. So yeah, if you click the share button, create a post, it will create it by itself, and then you can put anything on there, and then people can click on that. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for that. Love for the love. Like I said, man, someone put their link in the chat, or if you want to put your own link in the chat, for anyone that hasn't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to them, man. Ben Jacobs, yeah. So we got more news regarding the whole Nicolas Jackson thing, innit? And there seems to be more. The longer you wait, the more clubs seems to want him, right? Obviously, there's a whole thing regarding Don't put my link in the chat, man. Don't do it for that, man. Nah, minor, bro. I put everyone's link in the chat. I tell everyone to put their people's links in the chat. And usually if AJ is here or someone else is here, they put the people that they know their link in the chat. That's what we do, minor. We do it all the time. But sometimes when I'm so focused, if one of the mods don't do it, I just forget to do it myself. But yeah, you're calm. Yeah, man. Obviously we had Milan was interested, but of course Milan's broke. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to pay the money. We heard obviously that, like I said, it was the whole thing. Yeah, Mali, man. I don't care. Put your link in the chat, bro. Villa. This is the thing, yeah. Newcastle interested, but they put him on the list. We heard that a couple of days ago. Villa, obviously, there's a link between. Villa also put them on their short list, and they have an issue. They're actually good when it comes to PSR, but they're not necessarily good when it comes to the whole UEFA thing. Now with Newcastle, Newcastle's literally. It depends on what's going on, who rejects them and who ends up like. They might end up. Jackson might be their 10th option, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, it depends who ends up going for them and ends up getting them, and it's one of those things. But with him, with Jackson, this is my thing, and I've said this about Jackson. He's a very good footballer. Do you know what I'm saying? You put him on the left, he'll do a job. You put him up front, he can do a job and facilitate for others. And you've seen that because he used to facilitate for Palmer and that. So like, he's not a bad player. My issue is he's not a striker, innit? Do you get me? He can get goals. Anyone can get goals, but he just can't. He's not a striker, bro. And if you've played up front, you know, because, man, his whole body positioning is wrong. He doesn't anticipate before the ball comes in. He just snatches at it. Like, he can't header the ball because he wasn't a striker. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that he can't do if you play him up front. Now, if he fixes that, which is why a lot of Chelsea fans don't really want to see him go to United or an Arsenal. Because if he does fix that, he'll be a problem. His hold-up play is good. He can hold up the ball. He can link up everything. It's just that his issue's always been his finishing was very inconsistent. So we've had periods where he came on, obviously the beginning of the season, last season, he was really good. We thought he turned the corner. It turned out to be a whole, a purple patch, which is... And then obviously when his confidence is low, you just won't play him in the 9. Exactly. You can play him in the 9. You just don't expect him to score goals. He might be able, if you play someone else that can finish around him, maybe he can get away with that. But that's not even the point. You just don't put him in the 9. Play him off the left. Get him, I don't know, play him anywhere else. Just don't play him on the 9. But he causes defense problems. He makes the thing is though, his runs and all his stuff is good, but then his runs in the box are a problem because he never always makes the right runs in the box. He's always a bit behind or he's too ahead. Do you know what I'm saying? And then he has to slow down or speed up, or he's offside a lot. I don't think we've seen our players that I ain't seen João Pedro or Dala be offside yet. I don't think so. In the preseason games and now I haven't seen them man offside. Yeah, his decision making is a bit poor as well. This is what I was saying. Maybe not. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why. But if he Delap JP in the 9 and CP10 off the right. Yeah, listen, I've always said I don't mind keeping him in it. As an option. If it stops us getting Garnacho, I'll keep Jackson. That tells you everything. Because this is the thing. A lot of people talk about him like he's trash. But in reality, we all know he's not trash. I know that a lot of people are worried because usually if a player don't necessarily make it at Chelsea, a lot of the times if they get shipped off, they're not the greatest players, innit? I hear that. I'm with you guys on that. So a lot of other teams are scared that we sell him another, like a Jackson might be another Mount or a player that don't do well. But like Mount can still fix up. If Mount fixes up and continues his form from the first game of the season and he's sorted out his injuries, he might still be good. Maybe not 60 million good, but he might not be as bad as he was in previous seasons. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't that bad for us. So it's not like he was that bad and then we sold him to United and he became worse. That's what I've been telling people. He's not that bad. But he's just never been good either, which is a bit weird. But that's something else, isn't it? But when it comes to Jackson, and I told man about this Jackson guy, obviously our club is going to say 80 million, right? If we're willing to take, let's say, 55 million or 50 million for Jackson, that's the price I'm happy to get. I'm going to say 80 million. And then if you come in and say 55, 60, 65, I'll just take it. If you say 60, I'll be like, come on, 65. I'm still dropping the price for you. Look, I asked for 80. I get 65, and I've still made more money than I wanted. It's just a negotiation tactic. I heard a lot of people say, you lot are crazy asking for 65 million or 80 million for Jackson. I'm like, I mean, it's called negotiation. That's why we sell the players for the amount of money we sell them. This is obviously the post from Ben Jacobs. Understand clubs interested in Jackson are being told a loan with an obligation may be possible under the right conditions. The problem is if you do sell him, if you do send him on loan, they're asking for a £10 million loan. £10 million loan fee is crazy, bro. Do you get me? So the reason they do that is to put you off getting him on loan and saying, you know what, it might not be worth it getting him on loan, so let's just get him on a permanent. And yeah. He's prem proven and he isn't even a 9. Exactly. And this is the thing. When he was bagging goals, I remember hearing a brief that was saying the club thinks he's worth 100 million because of what he produces. And obviously, because they bought him for so cheap and all of a sudden he's known to be Chelsea's current striker, they think that raises their value. Now, obviously, in our eyes, there's players that we don't rate that still have value. This is why we always get surprised when players still move or, when some clubs are still interested. I think was it Inter Milan or was it Napoli that was interested in Darwin Núñez? No, Højlund and that. We don't rate Højlund, but clubs are still interested in him. Because some of them believe we might be able to turn this around. And then some people still believe that the player just never suited that system. Because a lot of the players nowadays, what they're doing is they're going to their agent, which clubs are interested in me. You have Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham, for example. Now, Tottenham might be the team that suits you the most in terms of how they play football, how you kick ball. Is it more of a counter-attacker team? Is it more of a possession-based team? X, Y, and Z. Yeah, but Arsenal's, is the biggest club, or Chelsea is the biggest club. Yeah, but at Chelsea you might not get minutes, so you have to be willing to break through that team. Do you know what I'm saying? And be a star over there. Arsenal plays, Burnley football. So your choice is there. No, I'll go to Arsenal. Arsenal. Okay, cool. You go to Arsenal and then you flop. But what's been happening a lot is players going to United. When United hasn't really played good football over the years. And then, like a Xerxes, he's a link-up player. He's not a running behind player, but the manager was playing him behind the last striker and telling him to do what he wanted Højlund to do, even though Højlund can't do it. That's why we're starting Højlund over him, but Højlund is rubbish. So instead of trying to play in a way that suits Xerxes to get the most out of him, then he can, facilitate for the people around him. No. Even though he's bought 2 10s that can actually play behind Xerxes, and then Xerxes can facilitate for the 2 10s that are known goal scorers, he's gonna get a guy who runs him behind because he wants a profile of Gyökeres, which he had before. This is what I was saying. Gyökeres suited United more than Arsenal. Not because I don't want him to go to Arsenal. It's cool. But when he goes to Arsenal, they have to change the way they play. Whereas at United, they don't necessarily have to change the way they play. Do you get me? And he has all that space to run into in behind. This is the things that I was saying when in regards of that. But you just have to make sure you go to the team. If I was Jackson, the 2 teams I'd think of going would probably be Villa or Newcastle. The reason I say Villa, he's still young. He can be backup. He can even he can play on the left. To be fair, at Arsenal, that's true. He can at Villa. He was very close to Unai Emery. He's the one that's put him on at Villareal and that. And he's one of those people that he feels like, what, he's taught me a lot, and he respects him and that. And he might be able to get him to be the next striker if Watkins leaves, because they don't have anyone else anymore that I can think of anyway. Duran's gone, so is Watkins there. They probably pay Morgan Rogers in the false 9 or whatever they're trying to do nowadays. It's just not going to be the same as having a Jackson. So if he gets coached by Unai Emery, he might be able to get something out of him. Yeah, he's 24. Then reduce the sell-on fee. If he goes Arsenal, Nico will be a left wing. Yes, and it will suit them more because he'll be able to link up with Gyökeres. Even though I don't think Gyökeres' link up's the best anyway. But if he does give him the ball back, or if he gets the ball, he can still provide for him. That's the thing. The Rodgers on the left. Rodgers on the left. But Rodgers has left though. Rodgers has left. This is the thing. Rodgers has left, bro. Yo, big up to Zay, man. Big up to Zay. Blanco's Matrix Raider. Big up, man. Love for all the love, Zay, man. Make sure subscribing to Zay as well. Yeah, make sure you're hitting the likes on the way in. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the people in the chat as well if you see the links. Do you know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to the catch up, Mali FC, Mali Talks AFC, Zay Talks. Do you know what I'm saying? In the meantime, yeah, big up Sam, man. Big up Sam. Thank you for the raid, bro. I see you, doing all the streams and that. You know what I'm saying? I see you doing all the streams. Big up to you, my brother. Rogers should be down the middle, but I think Morgan Rogers is still. Oh yeah, Jacob Ramsey is the guy that left. Actually, I forgot about that. It's Jacob Ramsey, innit, that left. You're right. I see Jackson linked to Arsenal. To be fair though, I ain't seen that. I ain't seen. Where have you seen that? Because I've seen. I was just going over it now, but I've seen. But this must have been 11:48. That was yesterday. We don't care about Garnacho. Yeah, I haven't seen a link. Apparently, there's a domino effect. Domino effect. Okay. Domino effect. Domino effect is wild, man. I was thinking, what's he talking about? I thought you were talking about the Romano effect. I was thinking, what? The Fabrizio Romano effect. Nah, but yes. So obviously, if Havertz get injured, Chelsea's Chelsea. We might be like, guys, we know that what's it called? We know that it's a domino effect, bro, not dynamo, bro. Don't keep typing if you're gonna type it wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's domino, not dynamo, bro. This guy. Either way, yeah, let's get to it. Yeah, when it comes to the whole Jackson thing, obviously you have to remember that when they were linked to Gyökeres and all those strikers, yeah, Jackson was on that list. Now they're looking for a backup. If they do get Jackson, he could be the guy to also play on the left and play up front if they want to. If Gyökeres get injured, he can still play up front if they need to. He'll be like the Jesus replacement without the finish. the Jesus replacement without the finish, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? He could be that for the minute. But it is still difficult. Do you know what I'm saying? Difficult. I haven't heard anything, but I know that people are, as a Chelsea fan, usually, you can tell. This is the things that they're usually scared about, innit? When it goes to the end of the season with Arsenal, this is when they start to not necessarily panic buy, but they start to buy things from everywhere. Like, okay, we'll get him. We might need backup. We'll get him. We'll get Sterling on loan, this guy and that guy. And it's not the same as them doing it from the beginning. I don't want to sell Jackson to you, man. This is the thing. I personally don't want to sell Jackson to you, man. Oh. There's a reason I was laughing when Madueke went. Because I just know that it's not necessarily going to be great. But when it comes to that, I don't really want to sell him to you, man. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to sell him to you, man, innit? I don't. So that tells you everything. I still think there's an improvement there. He can improve. He can do his thing. Obviously, I know you man are scared about it. I just don't think... because, I think he can improve. He has everything besides finishing, innit? He has, in my opinion, he has everything besides finishing, and decision making is a bit iffy, innit? He can't head the ball and a bit like that. The problem is, if he manages to fix that, he'll be a problem. I still think he'll be a problem. So why would I want to give that to someone like that? Now, 70 million, you know what I'm saying? It's 75 million. It's calm. I don't know how Arsenal would do it, though. I don't know how Arsenal would do it. Okay. Let me tell you, man. 6 minutes ago, Ben Jacobs. I know I'm taking a little, you know what I'm saying? We're detouring, yeah? I have to talk about this because this can potentially affect the Jackson transfer, yeah? Look at this. Man like Wissa. So an hour ago, Newcastle made a 35+5 offer to Brentford for Wissa. He's already told Newcastle, he's made it clear to Newcastle he wants to move. Brentford have just rejected it, right? They've just rejected it, and they haven't even told them what the counter offer is. So they haven't told them we want 50, right? For example. So Newcastle assessing whether to return. 40 million was their third offer and a top end valuation, given Wissa has 1 year left on his deal. Wow. 40 million pounds. Yo, 40 million pounds, 1 year left on his deal. Brentford have a club option to extend. Oh my days. Hey, listen, Newcastle, we got a guy for you here, man. Nicolas Jackson, 70 million, bro. He got like 5 years left on his deal. Do you know what I'm saying? They're getting finessed. You know what it is with Brentford? They're like, you know what? Yeah, we might go down this season, so we might as well just, sell the players for all the money that we can get. Yeah, okay, cool. I hear that, but with the level of quality of players that they're letting go, yeah. Yo, listen, they might get relegated, bro. They just want to go down with a bit more money than what usually would be happening, bro. Because this is wild. Rejecting 45 plus 5. Okay, that's crazy. I don't know who this guy is anyway, bro. Okay, Alex Crook, Mr. Crook. Bid rejected, no surprise. Us exclusively revealed on Monday. Brentford say they will only sell for 60 million. Oh my days. 60 million. For Wissa. 60 million for Wissa, bro. Okay, that's wild, bro. Do you get me? You know, Brentford won 60 million. You know, Newcastle sitting there annoyed,
Why? Why?
I swear down, they just there. Sorry, headphone users, do you know what I'm saying? But they won 60 million. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, how old is he again? 28-year-old. Okay, yeah, okay. Look, Arsenal, don't get involved. Man said Arsenal should be getting all over Wissa. Now you're looking at it, yeah. You know what, yeah? If you add the little 15 million, do you know what I'm saying? 75 M's. Yeah, you don't even have to drive all the way to you don't even have to go Brentford, bro. Drive to, you know what I'm saying? To the nice part of London. Do you know what I'm saying? Fulham size, Chelsea, pull up. You get yourself a little Jackson, 24-year-old, 4 years on his contract. That's when the money makes sense. This don't make sense, bro. I rate Wissa, by the way. I don't think he's that. I'm not saying he's rubbish here. But if you got 1 year left on your deal, 45, 50, like 50 million max. And they probably paying that bit more money now because they're kind of desperate. And he wants to move and that. And obviously not every player is dead at 28. That's their, what's it called? That's their prime. They're coming into their prime. Like, I'm not saying he's done in it, but man, that's what man needs to pay for like the Batman strikers, bro. You know, 50 million. They can extend 1 more year. Well, extend it when it becomes a year and a year, 2 years. That's when we talk 50 million in it. If you ain't extended it, you can't come and tell me 60 million without extending it. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't come and chat to me about 60 million without extending it. Now, to kind of stick to the whole Chelsea thing that we're doing, yeah, and the only reason I mentioned the Brentford thing right now is because remember, Newcastle, what's it called? These man still think that what's it called, Brentford and all that, like they still, well, not Brentford, Newcastle are still linked with Jackson in it. I think I've heard something before about them putting a 60 million pound or something like that on there, yeah. So it's still, it can happen. Do you know what I'm saying? If they don't get the players that they want to get, it can still happen, innit? I thought you were calling me Steve. Okay. They're trying to, JJ, they're trying to call me Steve Urkel, bro. Listen, I'll take the whole Charleston White thing, because I know I got the cap and that, but not Urkel, bro. That's Matisse, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up my guy Elijah for the raid, my brother. Make sure you're liking the video on your way in, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you subscribe to Elijah. Do you know what I'm saying? When he wears the yellow jacket, he looks like a lollipop man. All of that, you know. So come on, make sure, yeah. Oh, by the way, chat, where's your
Super Cup? Super Cup.
Where's the Super Cup man then, bro? You know what I'm saying? Not everyone can get the Super Cup. I think it's here somewhere, bro. Where's this? That's it. That's what a Super Cup looks like, man. Right here. That's the old Club World Cup. That's the Super Cup, Club World Cup, Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. Oh, I clipped it, but then I sent it to him. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? I got all of them, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Here, listen to what I'm saying, yeah? And listen carefully.
Yeah, man. Big up to OBS and my stream deck. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing, man. Yeah, make sure there's 40 people in the building. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe to the channel. We're doing a bit of do you know what I'm saying? We're doing a bit of news. Just before I end the whole Chelsea news, man like Renato Veiga. He's been linked to a move. Oh my days. Listen, yeah, the minute we imagine we've just reacted to the whole Brentford rejected the 35 plus £5 million deal for Wissa, yeah, and rejected is trending, bro. There's 49.7k posts already in like 10 minutes. Oh my days. I got them D cups. Is yours gold? Yes, bro, it's gold, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Mine's gold too. So you can't say that anymore. Yo, Elijah, I even have the other clip. What's it called? The essay with the SAS voice, but I haven't put it on here, so I ain't got that. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. No, please, yeah. No. Whatever this is, yeah. Not with us, bro. You can't say all of that with us, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Not around here, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's go now. Let's go. Where did I end up putting the Renato Veiga news? Where is it? After that, I'll speak about the Wesley Fofana thing quickly as well, yeah. I haven't forgotten about that, and I'm not ignoring that as well, by the way. And something like a little rumor I heard as well. I'll show you, man, about that. Yeah, listen, Wesley, I did tell you I was gonna go live earlier, and I wasn't lying. My internet went down on the first stream I was doing, so I had to create part 2. And this is the part 2. Do you know what I mean? This is the part 2. It's on the other page. Where's the other page? Because if I put all the tabs on, it's just gonna be, you're just gonna fry your computer, bro. If I just put all the tabs on, bro. Okay, this is it. Let me go back. Yeah, Renato Veiga, mate. Okay. Let me remove this frauds chat. Where is it? And if you look closely to the picture, that's Elijah with long hair. That's yo, Jun, you're crazy, bro. Yeah, I swear. That's bro. Yo, listen, bro. Jun's a madman. I can't lie, bro. That is crazy, bro. I know what Jun's like, innit? Because I'm in the Discord. Make sure you're in Elijah's Discord, bro. It's lit down there. But yeah. So Chelsea are advancing in negotiations for Viega to join Villareal. At 23.3 million plus a percentage of future sales. At least 20% or I riot. Fee seems to be too low. Now, if I'm going to be honest, yeah, if I'm going to be honest about this, for me, I don't really care about him, innit? I'll get rid of him because he never really had the patience, bro. He wanted to play left centre. Back. We brought him in to be the backup to Cucurella, play at left back, and maybe even left centre back when we need him to play there. He never had patience. He came to January and he was like, I want to play. I'm leaving because I want to get some minutes to play left centre back or centre back because, you know, I want to be part of the Portuguese team. He was playing for them anyway, even when he was at Chelsea. But then he's gone to Juventus. To be honest, he did start well. We never heard of him again. Then he came back. He was linked to Saudi Al Nassr, which was a random link at the time. And we bought him for 12 million. For the Arsenal fans in the chat, Renato Veiga was the replacement for Calafiori when he moved from a club to Bologna. Right? They bought him and he actually cooked. Well, he cooked. Yeah, he was better than him. We went to go in for Calafiori, realized whatever 40 or 50 million that they wanted was too much, and basically got the guy after him who was better than him for cheaper, for like 12 million. We'll now sell him for 23 million, but with a percentage of sales. He's one of those players that if he had just patience, because let's say if he stayed at the club, he could actually be that left back. Oh, sorry, that left centre back this season that we needed. It could be him. Do you know what I'm saying? There were rumours about him potentially, you know, the manager's going to make a final decision on whether he wants a new centre back or he wants to keep him. But I feel like the way he behaved, it was weird because he was like, I love Chelsea, I'm happy I'm here, blah, blah, blah. And then he just turned around and he was like, I want to leave. And then he just caught all of us surprised. Surprised. And he was like, listen, just let him go then, innit? If you ain't got patience, bro, that's on you. We can't do anything about that. Let me have a look real quick. What else I wanted to cover? Viega to Villareal. We already spoke about that. Hey, listen, Wesley, you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to allow, man, bro. Chelsea is a joke team. You always chat too spicy, can't collect 2 points with dead Palmer. Yeah, I need you know what it is, yeah? I need some clarification, bro. Because I've seen your name in Lewis's chat. And I'm pretty sure you said, I think Lewis thought you were an Arsenal fan. But I'm starting to think you're a Tottenham fan. Because I've seen you in a lot of Tottenham spaces, and I'm starting to think you're a Tottenham fan. First and foremost, whatever team you support, you get me? You ain't seen these behind me, innit? That's one thing. And I've watched all of them, by the way. I've seen us get all of them, by the way, before you think, you know what I'm saying? I've seen all of them. Besides that, though, everyone has their issues, innit? We played well in the Club World Cup. We played well in pre-season. And for everyone that's actually watched, it's one day Man United fan, one day Arsenal, one day Spurs. Okay. So he changes. I'm pretty sure I've heard that he was an Arsenal fan when he was in Lewis's chat. Or he was getting cooked by Lewis when I was there one day. But either way, we regress, innit? We regress. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Do you know what I'm saying? Make sure. Either way, though, my point is, we have reasons, or I don't have to lose my head for drawing against Crystal Palace. On the Conte, we lost like 8 games, or we didn't get all the wins in 8 games, and then he changed the system. We won the league. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not saying we're gonna win the league necessarily. I just think we have a good team, and I feel like we have a chance of winning, bro. You're an Arsenal fan, innit? Exactly. We have a good chance of winning. You can't come and tell me, yeah, that might have a small team and my thing's rubbish and that, when you man are struggling, blood. I go on panels and no one can chat shit to me, bro. No one can chat rubbish to me. Because they know the levels the club's at. You get me? You man are suffering. Even Mali knows, yeah, we can run banter and that back and forth. But right now, the club's letting him down, bro. There's no point coming here telling me small team and all that. It don't work. It don't work. My team looks like it's on the up. You can keep, you know what it is? Keep putting all your problems under the carpet. Keep doing it. One day you're going to wake up, there's going to be a hole in the ground. You get me? Too much stuff you put under the carpet. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried. Do you know what I'm saying? We didn't perform well. Crystal Palace played well. They've come from beating Liverpool, even though it's on penalties. You know what I'm saying? They've managed to get another trophy. I will finish higher than Arsenal in the league, bro. I will finish higher than Arsenal. We will finish higher than Arsenal in the league. And if we don't, I'll be here to well, if I'm alive, I'll be here to face it and tell you, listen, I was wrong. I put my hand up, bro. You get me? You know what I'm saying? You can't, bro. You can't be in phase 6 playing Burnley football with a striker that is what it is, and then you can come here and tell me you didn't win. Like, you should be annoyed at getting battered at you versus United. You man got battered. You know, battered, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what? Big up to Dave. You reminded me, you know.
That's not Jabo. That's not Jabo. That's not Lule. Oh, that's not Jabo. That's not Jabo. That's not Lule. Jabo, 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 Lule, 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 Jabo, 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 Lule, Lule, Lule. That's not Jabo. Monty Jabo. That's not Jabo. Monty Jabo. That's not Lule. That's not Jabo. That's not Jabo. That's not Lule. One man Lule cell. That's not Jabo. Monty Jabo. That's not Jabo. One man Jabo. That's not Lule. Monty Okili. That's not Jabo. That's not Jabo.
Man said it sounds well on mute. Just listen, I told you, man. Listen, big up to you. Yeah, big up to you. Yeah. Yeah, Dave, you reminded me. I forgot I had this on here, yeah? I forgot it. By the way, okay, Jun, the reason we played the tune was because Mr. Fraudulent Wesley, you get me, thought he can come over here and check my club, you know, and today apparently he's an Arsenal fan today. You know what I'm saying? Today he's an Arsenal fan. Yo, Ramadan, I can't lie, you know, Dave's been in my chat from day one. So I have been seeing his behavior recently, and you know what I'm saying? He don't do that in my chat though. We got Yo, Urkel. Yo, you listen, you better not be calling me Urkel, blood. Man said, yo, Urkel. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you better not be calling me Urkel, blood. I don't know who you're talking to about Urkel.
And if anyone has a problem, I'll put my Twitter in the fucking bio.
Exactly. Yo, Urkel. Arsenal will be the only team to not win another out of the big 6, but want to be praised for finishing second. But you know what it is? Now they're even telling me about this top 6 record. Do you think I care about top 6 record? I'm being slapped by the top 6 for 3 years, so I'm doing well. I don't care about not being slapped by top 6. Of course, I don't want to lose against the top 6, but that's why we call the league the marathon and not the sprint. If you win all the games and let's say you lose a couple of games against the top 6, you can still potentially win the league. A lot of people lose the league because they don't. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said you have earned a hater for life. Bro, you started it. You literally came in and waffled. I said, I think we can finish higher than you in the league. You have a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? Your defense looks all right. Your left back looks a bit iffy because of the way you play inverted and all that. We had a similar issue with Gusto inverting and it leaves a bit of space out there. You've seen it now with Miles Lewis-Skelly. We've also seen that in the beginning of in pre-season, you were playing the same football from last season. You have to change the way you play, and you don't always necessarily have you get me? You don't necessarily have the whole, the squad to act like you'll win. If you did, you had the opportunity to win before. Saka's coming from a grade 3 hamstring injury. Do you know what I'm saying? Grade 3 hamstring. We've seen what just happened to Havertz. I told you these things can happen, especially when they start getting injured, when they get these grade 3 hamstring tears and all that, and they come back from surgery, they overdo things, they might have an imbalance. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they end up injuring other things. I've seen it with Reece James. The Chelsea fans will tell you in the chat. These things happen, bro. You don't have a proper left winger. You ended up going thingy. You're not playing the way that you need to play. Adjusting the way to play to suit Gyökeres. And you seen it the other day, bro. Man looked like man looked like he sells cheese in Holland, bro, in the market stores. You get me? He looked like a farmer, bro, running around. You know what I'm saying? Trampoline foot. But you want to tell me that, you know what, I can finish higher than you. Just because you finished second last season don't mean you're going to finish second this season. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you. There's a lot of problems. I think I will finish higher. If I don't finish high, I'll come here and put my hand up in the air and say, yo, I'm done in it. Like, you know what? We've disappointed. But you're trying to do the whole smoke thing, and I'm the last person you want to do smoke thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know Lewis likes it and that. I don't do the whole smoke thing, but if I do, it's mad. Do you know what I'm saying? And by the way, it's Dave that told me to play the song, innit? You know what I'm saying? Just don't chat spicy, bruh. Oh, I said don't chat spicy, brother, you know? You know what?
People, they can't sniff. They can literally not sniff. Vicky Gyökeres is coming. He's fast. He's like the wind. He's dangerous. He's a dangerous man. He's an active. And you. People, they can't sniff. They can literally not sniff. Vicky Gyökeres is coming. He's fast. He's like the wind. He's dangerous. He's a dangerous man. He's an active, and you know, active shooters are very slippery. You don't see them coming. It's only that this one is a max man, but it's a max man in the darkness. You don't see maxed people in the darkness. He's defined by darkness. You don't see him when he's running in behind defenders. If he's running... Bring that back.
Bring that back.
Bring that back. Bring that back.
Man said that. By the way, that was the Bilbao game. You remember the Bilbao game? That was the match reaction to the Bilbao game. One running behind and header. That's what man was saying. Okay, my man's name is Tony Claude Gunner. Tony Gunner Claude. I don't know. I've done work with him. He's actually a nice guy, innit? But the delusion's crazy, man. Do you know what I'm saying? If you man know him, you know him, bro. Tony Claude Gunner. He's usually on Flawless's channel, and he was on Northside's channel yesterday. Do you know what I'm saying? Steve Urkel's from one of them shows. He looks more like Matisse than he does me. Oh, you've put my picture. Oh, you're fraud. He's fraud. I'll ban you, you know, Jun. I can't lie, you know. Nah. I'll ban you from the channel, bro. I can't lie. Oh. Hey, listen. Oh, you're taking a mic, bro. Oh, nah. Man even put them the PS5 HDMI straps around my thing, bro. Oh man, listen, Jun, this is you know.
And well, guys, if I could still show you around, here is the biggest, gayest man in the world.
Wow. So gay.
That's you know, Jun. You're crazy, blood. How can you put... Listen, I'll show you, man, and it's because everyone's gonna try to figure out what's going on. So, Jun, yeah, we have this Discord, Elijah's Discord, yeah. A man decided... yeah, to AI image violate the thing, and he's put me in Steve Urkel's face, blood. That's not funny, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's not funny. Hey, listen, Wesley, man, no one's gonna take your side. Do you know what I'm saying? No one's gonna take your side, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But because it's my face on his head. It is funny, John. I hear it. But pick someone else, innit? Can you do Mali? Yeah, exactly, bro. The whole rainbow straps. That's what I'm saying, bro. The rainbow straps are mad, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. The rainbow straps is mad, bro. How can you do me like that, fam? But we need the... Listen, though, Jun, we need the Mali ones, innit? We need the Mali ones, bro. The shit that they know. You get me? If he puts you on like Mark Henry or something, blood, he just put you there with the shades. You use Steve Urkel on me, but it's just one of them things, innit? Listen. I don't know what side of the bed you woke up from. I don't know what's wrong with you, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But you think like trolling me when you support Arsenal, fam. Don't work like that, fam. Because we just every time we just laugh at you, man, and play this.
That's not Jabbo. That's not Jabbo. That's not Lule.
It don't matter, fam. Do you get me? So you can keep laughing. We just laugh back, fam. And this is Mali and them, man. This is the reason why Arsenal fans get cooked, fam. Because of people like Wesley, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean that's why you lot get cooked. You get cooked because of people like Wesley, fam. Nah, not Xerxes. Yo, whoa, not my fellow Dutchman, fam. He's light skinned, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to pick. I'm saying Mark Henry, blood. It has to be Mark Henry. I need to know my role. How about you first go and win a little Champions League or Europa League or Conference League and then come and chat to me, innit? Wesley be like Beijing Guna. Nah, Beijing Guna's calm. He's calm, he's calm. He's done mics on Fabianski. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you know what? Since transfer is a bit dead, yeah, why not, innit? Since transfers are bad. Oh, you did Elijah or Mark Henry. All right. But this guy is a fraud. This guy's a fraud, mate. Let's see. Some of the pictures I've seen here. Oh my days. That's what I'm saying. This is what he does, bro. So when he came in, when we got the raid, I was like, oh my days. He's gonna do something. Oh, Elijah Maranakis, bro. See, I ain't checked this in ages. And look, you see this top corner, yeah? It says Jun. I knew that he's on a viral thing. When he came in the chat, I was like, oh, not him. Not him. Yeah, let's see these, innit? I don't know who this is again. I forgot the name, but either way. Man, he gave it a little stubble as well. Akin Fed was crazy. Oh my days. This one. Oh my days. When we are playing Chelsea, I'll do a watch on them. I'm either here or I'll be on Lewis's channel. I'm always here. See what I'm saying? I'm always here. If I'm not here, I'm on Northside's channel on the match reaction. You can catch me there. And if you're a bad man like you keep saying, you make sure you click the link on the match reaction. You join the panel, turn on your camera, and then we chat in it. But I don't talk to NPCs and that. I'm not trying to talk to no picture, bro. You get what I'm saying? It don't work like that. Oh my days. Oh my days, you know. Yeah. What's it called, June? You have to do AJ on Lescott. You have to do AJ on Lescott. Who's the Tell? Okay, Tell. I've heard about the Tell one. And he's put Simon Basuma in it. Oh my days. He put him on Zexy. That's what he meant, you know, Mali. He put him on Zexy. Yeah, but I don't think I don't think Zexy suits my man, bro. Like, what's it called? I don't know. Man even got him bent over, blood. This is wild. Hey, yo, you see this here? It's crazy, bro. Oh my days. Come on, bro. The man, your chat, man. Slap the like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make. I'm coming down to Amsterdam, so you need that link. We can run this in real life. I don't live in Amsterdam, so you know what I'm saying. I don't know all this waffle, blood. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is crazy, man. The man thinks I'm shook, blood. Man, been outside, fam. I don't need like. Oh, okay. This is. You see, this is mad, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? That one's a mad thing. This is a mad thing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't, nah, bro. Oi, yeah, listen, they're gonna get man demonetized, blood. You know them ones. Yo, they even got him 50 cent, blood. What's it called? Basically, your mods are wilding over this footy talk. No, but this is the thing, yeah. It's footy talk, innit? But when you're trying to tell man to say, when you're saying things like, I'm coming down to Amsterdam, need that link, we run this in real life, brother. What do you mean run this in real life? So obviously man gonna time you out, innit? If you keep it football's football, bro. You get me? How about you check yourself first before you come and chat to man here? That's not how it works. Basically, this is the Robo. This is the Discord. Yeah, Elijah. You know Elijah. That's Jay and them man. Yeah. Yeah, we can chat, bro. Listen, when I do a call-in show, make sure your notifications are on and that. When you do a call-in show, you can hop on, bro. We can speak, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but this is the thing, yo. The Robo. So this is the Discord. Yeah, this is the Discord. And the guy in the chat called Jun, I think he's a Tottenham fan, from one of the Tottenham fans. He's Elijah's guy. And he basically does this thing where he edits everyone's face. The reason we started this was because he's made this of me. I've told man when I entered that Discord, yeah, please don't do me in it. Don't do me like that. Don't put me in any of those. Yeah, so he's put me in Steve Urkel. And he's put it on his PvP. So then I remembered that I have the Discord on the computer, and I went in it to have a look at it because I forgot all the ones they've done. See, if it's in his picture, he's just putting something in the chat. So I've decided to quickly, check the, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Wesley, that's fine. You know what it is, Wesley? It's calm. You see, I don't take people serious on the internet, so it's fine. Football thing, calm. All I'm saying to you is if you do finish higher than me at the end of the season, yeah, I put my hand up, I'll tell you, listen, I overestimated the thing. If I end up finishing higher though, a lot of the times I don't see the man in the chat. But you've struggled for 6 years, so you can't come now and say you're not good enough or you're not good enough. This is the thing I'm saying. You need to see when it happens. No, you never did that. So, I mean, if you want to be one of these, man, don't worry, bro. I'll just tell Jun to look over the channel. Look, I said it. Don't do me like this, and they started. You know what I mean? Started moving mad, bro. Ay. Oh my days, this is crazy. Yo, Jun, you're crazy, this is madness. See, that's what I was saying. You get me? If you put, what's it called? If you put man like Mali's face on here, you're chilling, bro. I think he does boxing or UFC as well. Yeah, me would have suited him, fam. Put in one of these, you chilling. Okay, that's a bit, we took a bit of a sidetrack. But yeah, that flew over your head. But I don't watch it. That's why I don't really know. I know who he is, but I don't really pay attention to it. That's why I never knew what it was. Mark Henry with the best intro music going. I don't watch WWE either, but I know about Mark Henry and all of them, man. I do remember because I've played the game before. I just never really like watching it, and that was just my thing. I never really enjoyed watching it. That's all. That flew over your head. Did I do that? The thing is, because I've never watched it, I don't know. Get this Wesley guy out of this chat. Listen, guys, don't worry about him, man. Don't worry about him. He has said that it's not about real life. It's just about football. Okay, let's see when he keeps it football, innit? Okay, so what am I gonna do now? What else? What we spoke Jackson. Okay, quickly before I end it, I've already been live for almost 2 hours now, including that other stream that I never worked out. Oh, come on, bro. Simpson, don't be asking those kind of questions, bro. You know, are you gonna finish above Spurs? You know what I'm saying? You first talk to Arsenal, then you talk to us. That's how it works now. I'm a world champion, bro. Speak to Arsenal first, because I think they're gonna be closest to you, man, than you actually think. We will finish above Spurs, no problem, and we'll probably beat you in both legs. I know there's probably more teams that are above us with titles. I hear it, but you know, I've seen all of them. My club's won everything that you can able to win. We won 2 Club World Cups, even though they changed the other one to the, I don't know, Intercontinental Cup, whatever they want to call it now. It is what it is, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone has their time. As long as your club cooks when their time comes, that's what you want to do, innit? 3 points. Who cares about 3 points first game of the season, bro? You know, JJ, who cares about 3 points? The league, you'll find the league later. You know, you have lost your Havertz already. First game of the season. You're running back to the thing to scramble to find another player. You're not good at doing business. If you have a picture of Mali, I can do the eyes, but right now he wears glasses all the times anyway, so I was like, Mali Henry is online. Don't tell me you put it. Don't tell me you've already put it in the Discord. No way. There's no picture of. I don't think there's any pictures of Mali without the thing. I don't think so. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, Mali. Oh, that's crazy, bro. He's already done it. When he said it's online, I was like, he means it's there and ready, bro. And he looks like you as well, you know, Mali. I can't lie. It does a little bit. Can I zoom in? Yeah, zoom. Okay, that's it. Low-key. The eyes, we're not sure about the eyes. Here, to be honest, you don't need the eyes. If you just put those... If you put these shades on, put the shades on in front of him, and you got him, bro. But yeah. Mali disappeared as soon as he heard he's online. He was like, gone. He thought he was safe. You're not safe. This is what I was saying. This is what I was worried as soon as he came in, yeah? He Mali went in the thing. Oh, he was in the Discord as well. He was like, they got me. Yeah, bro. I told you. Okay. This thing just went left. Okay. AI is a mad thing. It will predict how it thinks you look behind the shades. Or it will take all the features you have on your face right now and predict how you look, and then obviously you change it. Yeah. Okay, cool. No worries. I mean, I don't run, so I'm chilling. Yeah, I don't run. We good. We caught one. Okay. Can you now, John, please, can you now change the picture of your profile, please? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Can you please, you know? Nonsense. I don't understand what checks are cashed. I don't know what this, I don't know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, Jay, you know why I don't want him banned? It's because I want to actually see him back when we finish above him. If I ban him, I won't be able to see him back in the chat. So just let him talk in it. That's something you just have to deal with when you start streaming. You just have someone chatting rubbish in the chat. It just happens, and it is what it is. But because I want to see him back when we do like finish above him, it's long to unban someone in it. So allow the banning. If you want to give him a timeout, is what it is. But okay, we heard this recently. I don't necessarily think it will happen, but they said that the entourage has offered him to Chelsea. But what have I said? What have I said that was mad? And it's not beef. You know what I'm saying? Don't use the beef. Don't use the word beef when it's not beef. You know that one. Yeah, don't change the word beef. Yeah. So Lookman's entourage have offered their player to Chelsea in the last 48 hours, an alternative to Garnacho. Do you know what I'm saying? That is what it is. Obviously, everyone would take him over Garnacho. Simple as. But remember, he still didn't. We don't even know like what's gonna happen with that. And also, I was on Northside's channel when big up to Gianni. He was talking to him. He obviously is an Italian fan and all that, and he was saying that Inter might have to sell one or two players. Specifically, might even have to be Bastoni and someone else to make up for, you know, some of their financial issues that they have. They already tried to cover most of it, but they haven't actually sorted all their financial issues yet. So there's a possibility that they sell thing, and then I think the day after is when this news came. I'm not gonna come here and say we're getting Bastoni or you get it. I'm not gonna do that. I know that there's levels in it, but he is someone that obviously all of us kind of want in our defense. If we can get someone, Bastoni is one of the first names you call out to say, yo, solid defender, bro, just bring him in. Apparently they want more than 60 million for him. We value him at 45. I know how this works with Chelsea, bro. We sometimes come up with mad numbers. The reason we come up and say we value him at 45 is because I heard that they do need to sell. This is the thing. And obviously right now, we don't exactly know what's going to happen. There's a gap in valuation. It doesn't seem still likely. Senior sources want Maresca to trust Achimpong just like he did with Colwell. So listen, it's what it is. I think if you know that they need to sell, that's when you come up with these kind of numbers. You would never come up with these kind of numbers if you don't think the club needs to sell. Yeah, but this is the thing, Mali, because people know that Inter still hasn't sorted all their financial problems out. And I'm not gonna come on here thinking we're gonna get him until he signs the shirt. Until he signs, I don't see it. But if it happens, bro, I'll be the happiest guy. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be the happiest guy. Yeah, but what? Okay, when have I ever take digs at you though? I never took digs on you. Like, I don't get it. The same way you done, like the same way you try to, say my team's rubbish and that. I've done the same thing back. I told you the reasons why I don't rate your team at the moment and why I think my club will be finishing higher than yours. That's all it was. But then you tried to, do the whole let me chat smoke and that's what I don't get. No, yeah, it's calm though. It's calm. It's calm. It is what it is. If the Jabbo thing annoyed you, I hear it, innit? I hear it. Not a lot of people like that song, even though we like it. But I hear it, innit? I hear it. And then the chat kind of done you dirty because they were all dancing to it. I hear it. Big up to my guy Solomon. Welcome back to the chat, my brother. Big up to you. Yeah, salam, my brother. Make sure you hit the likes. Bastoni's not leaving Italy. That's a banter aside. When an Italian fan leaves Italy, there is an underlying issue. Tonali, the gambling thing, Calafiori's knees. This is something. I swear. You know what? Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. But okay, usually Italian players don't leave. Yeah, they love Italy. They like staying, all that. I hear that. But then again, if they need to sell, which is a similar thing with the Tonali thing, they needed to sell him because he had something going on. So maybe they don't want to sell him, but maybe maybe if he's declining and he's not as good as he was a couple of seasons ago, he's someone that they know they have value in the squad in and they can get rid of him. I'm not saying he is that right now, but that's the concept around it, innit? That's the concept that I'm looking at right now. Yeah, Bisak is someone else as well that you can say you want to get. Mali, I got you on the Don Robbie looking for. Yeah, if he puts you on Don Robbie, that's crazy. Thank you, Jun, for changing it back to Elijah. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. We had an Italian player succeed, Zola Vialli. Yeah, listen, I told you, bro, Mali, I told you. Once it goes to there, when it goes, when I take it there, they can take it there, you know? 6-7. I need to just check, just in case he's done it. You know what I'm saying? I need to check, just in case he's done it. Because, bro, I keep closing it, because I don't really... Oh, yo. Hey, this is crazy.
He needs some milk.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, Bastoni, blood. I'm not with the Christiansen thing. I've never been on the Christiansen thing. It's not that I don't... I don't know. He gave me too much Don Mali, you know? Don Mali. Big up, Jun, you know. You made the stream today. I can't lie. You know what I mean? But, alright, that's... Because it's still next to me, yeah. It's crazy. He left for free, and then I don't know, man. I don't know. He always had that bozo gene in him. The good thing is he never showed the bozo gene. He never showed the bozo gene in the Champions League final when he came on for Thiago Silva. That's the only thing I always thank him for. And other than that, it's just, yeah, man. I'd rather try someone else. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting back Christensen. Even though I know that Lewis and certain man still like him. He is that experienced player and apparently he has not been that bad for Barcelona, but even they want to move on. When they still do something deep, this will only become serious after the signing. Yeah, it could be. I got Lee Gunner on Diddy. Oh my god. Man like Lee Diddy. Yeah, even I can't send that to him, brother. He'll probably block me on WhatsApp if I send that to him. I can't send that to him, you know? Yeah, he would, even though Lee's lit, I don't think he would be like, nah, that's a bit too far. You know, there was even Lee would be like, nah. I ain't putting him on Diddy, bro. But this picture, I'm putting thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting a thumbs up on the thing. Quickly, obviously, we've seen that obviously Havertz is injured, innit? We found that out, and I always said that these are things that can happen. These are things that can happen, innit? When you have those hamstring injuries, bro. You start to have imbalances, and I don't know why he added so much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he's added so much muscle on that. It doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Because he's trying to strengthen himself, but I've seen it with Reece James. You come back you're heavier than you were before. So why would you add all that weight? Why would you add all that weight? That's the one thing I never got. And then when you start sprinting, obviously he looks faster, which he wasn't before. I don't know why. Maybe he was on the mushrooms or something last season. But we knew he was fast or quick when he was a bit younger, innit, last season. But yeah, it's not looking good. He's going to be out for months. One of the reasons Arsenal usually say months and they don't give you a specific time is because he low-key can get rushed back by Arteta. We know that. They don't give you the time period and then they'll tell you he's fit and then they just bring him on one day. And then you know, so you're like, what? I thought ankle injuries, for example, take 6 months to come back. How is he back in 4 months? They get rushed back, bro. We all know that, but it's what it is. Another thing I wanted to talk about, you had the Isak done I think most of you man already seen it. Isak done his whole little statement thing when everyone was at the FPA awards, whatever they're called, and I get it, innit? Brother, apparently people were saying everyone got on their phone and that when the post came out, everyone was at the awards. Just pay the money, innit? I'm gonna be honest. If you want him, if you don't want all this embarrassment, pay the money. I think it's just bad advice from the agent. The agent probably said, listen, we'll get you the move. I'll patent that move. Just make sure you do what you need to do to get yourself out. Liverpool probably encouraged that a little bit as well to get a better deal because that's mad money. But just pay the money. Don't let him go. Newcastle, I'm with Newcastle on this as well, where it's like, listen, we'll keep you. Obviously, Liverpool fans are going to be Liverpool fans, innit? When they start saying things in the chat like, well, if you keep him, it's not going to be good for you because, you know, the player's money is going to go down. The value of the player is going to go down. Who cares, though? Who really cares? That's their asset. I'm not, obviously, he's a human being, so I'm not trying to say he's just money. But if they are, I told you guys before, yeah, they don't mind keeping him just to keep him. They have money, bro. They can keep him. And if they don't get 150 million, they'll take the 80 million. You can still do business with 80 million. And it's not even 100 million. I think you might not get 150 anymore, but you might get less. You might get less than 150. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's that deep. I don't necessarily think it's that deep. Pay the money, get the player, keep it moving. Obviously, they want to get a replacement. They probably Newcastle struggling to get a replacement, so I hear it, innit? But in this statement, it says, this is the thing a lot of people haven't. They said, we must always take into consideration the best interests of Newcastle United, the team and our supporters in all decisions. We have been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. We do not foresee those conditions being met. So what he's basically saying is, you're not getting that 150. So if they don't pay up that 150, we're not selling you. That's the condition. The condition is 150. Big up John, man. Thank you for the like and subscribe, man. Love for all the love. Thank you. Do you get it? So this is the point I'm making. The point I'm making is they never said he's not for sale. They might actually not sell him anyway. And they have said here that they'll just walk him on back to rejoin the teammates. I hear that as well. That's a bit mad. But this is what I'm saying to you. We do not foresee the conditions being met. So they might actually, you know, you know what I'm saying? They might actually sell him if they get the money. They just don't want to pay up the money, so you're not getting the player. Simple as. I don't think that's deep. They just need to sort that out, bro. You can't keep telling me I'm going to get the good bring. And low-key taking that player from the Ekitike, even though Liverpool couldn't risk not get, if they got Ekitike, they might not sell Jackson. I hear that. They might not sell Isak, so they might not have any of those two players. They had to put themselves in a better position, but you got Ekitike. So how about you just keep it moving, bro? But obviously, everyone wants all the players. I hear that, but I'm not one of them, innit? I feel like it's about having the good, and I think Liverpool's team right now looks good anyway. So can Chelsea give us Jackson on a cut price? Who do you support, John? In those kind of questions, bro. Who do you support, John? John? Who do you support, John? Arsenal. I'm not trying to sell you Jackson, though. We said it in the chat. We're not trying to sell you Jackson because we know he's a good player. Or he might be good in the future. But I don't really want to sell him to you. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie. He'll do really well on the left. But it's 75 million, innit? Do you know what I mean? 75 million. Yeah, same, but same with us. We actually believe there's a player there, and that's the reason why we don't want to sell him to you. It's nothing to do with me not wanting to sell. I just don't think selling him to you is, you know, the thing to do right now, innit? That's what I'm worried about. You know what, Mandem? I'll send you, man, over to
Skipping to
you might.
FIFA.
What's this?
Skipping.
It's ads as well. Sorry, people, my bad. Listen. Just tell the man YASSERTV raid. I'll send you over to Rants and Bands. It's an indirect raid because we can't raid yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Thank you for every single one of you that turned up. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Do you know what I'm saying? Click the link. Go over there. Tell them it's YASSERTV raid. And I'll see you guys in the next one. 1 sec. Click on one of these links. It will take you to Rants and Bands and Saeed. They're doing the show right now. Go over there. Big up to every single one of you. Unfortunately, we don't have enough subscribers to actually redirect it, so we gotta do what we call the indirect raid. So big up to every single one of you. Big up to you, John. Hopefully we don't see that much fraudulence anymore, but big up to you guys, man. Yeah. Peace, peace, peace.
That's not Jabo. That's not Jabo. That's not Lule. That's not Jabo. That's not Jabo. That's not Lule. Jabo, 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 Lule, 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 Jabo, 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 Lule, Lule, Lule. That's not Jabo. Monty Jabo. That's not Jabo. Monty Jabo. That's not Lule.